So, finding ourselves in our chairs and sitting ourselves nice and tall. So not using the back of the chair yet. Gonna start warming up, engaging that core. But yeah, sitting up nice and tall. Feet can be flat on the floor or on your mat. My chair back. But there we go. Think about that spine. Stacking one vertebrae on top of the other. Tailbone is pointed down into the chair. Crown of the head lifting towards the sky. Yeah, let's begin and roll our shoulders back. So let's go and roll that out. And then let's go ahead and roll that forward. And roll that back. And roll that forward. Let's shrug those shoulders up to the ears. And then release that down. Oh yeah. And then go ahead and shrug that up again. And release that down. And one more time, shrug that up. And release that down. Good. Roll that back. And let's go ahead and drop our chin down towards our chest. So kind of get our shoulders away from our ears. Dropping that chin down towards the chest. Oh, feel that really, really, really good stretch in the back of the neck. Lifting our head center, take our eyes to the ceiling. Good, drop that chin down to chest. And eyes to the sky. And chin down to chest. And eyes to the sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Good, bring that head to neutral. Let's look over to the right. Thinking about that chin. Ooh, yeah, going over towards that shoulder. And then to the left, same thing, chin going over towards the shoulder. To the right. And to the left. Head back to center, drop that right ear towards that right shoulder. Maybe release that left arm. If you're feeling a lot of tension, it might help just to let that drop off to the side. And then lift that head center and then drop other ear to shoulder. So left ear to left shoulder. I feel that on both sides right there. And maybe releasing that right arm. Good, bring that back to center. Let's do some neck half circles. So let's drop our chin to chest, ear to shoulder, chin to chest, and ear to shoulder, taking this from side to side. Some nice half neck circles here. Good. Let's go ahead and drop our chin back to chest. Lift our head to center, roll our shoulders back, roll that forward, and shake out those arms. Let's do sun breath here. So let's inhale, sweep our arms up, and exhale it out. And again, inhale and sweep this up, and exhale it out. And inhale and sweep it up, and exhale it out. Good. Inhale and sweep it up. Keep our arms up here. Let's go ahead and exhale. Drop our right hand to the right side of the chair and reach over with that left arm. Just beginning to get a nice stretch of the left side of the body from our fingers down to our glutes, down to where our glutes are sitting on the chair. Oh, yeah. And then let's inhale and sweep this up. And drop that arm down and reach. Same thing, nice lengthening of our right side of the body. from our fingers all the way down to our glutes. Good. Go and inhale and sweep this up. Clasp our hands at the top. Press our palms towards the sky, and you can exhale here. While we've got our arms lengthened and we've got our backs away from the back of the chair, lengthen up through our torso. So let's make some space here, imagining that our ribs are making a lot of space for our lungs. We're lifting it up tall so that torso is lifting even taller. Our feet are planted firmly. Let's inhale it here. And exhale, side out. 2 more times. Inhaling it here. And exhale, side out. 1 more time. Inhale it here. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. You can unclasp our hands, but we're going to leave our hands tall. And we're going to move our legs to the right. So we've got our legs on the right side of our chair. Our arms are still tall. My hands are like falling asleep. And then let's go ahead and take our hands to the back of our chair. So the seat of our chair, or not the seat, the backing of the chair, maybe the top of the back of the chair or the sides of the back of the chair. Whatever feels best for you, most available to you, whatever helps you use the leverage of the back of the chair to get a deep twist here in your spine. So good. Oh, yeah. Let's breathe this here, inhaling it. And exhale it out. And again, inhaling it deep. And exhale that out. Ooh, very good. Reach our arms back up. And then you can release your arms down to the side. Let's go and take our legs back to center. Good. Sweep our arms up right here. Keep our arms lifted, reaching our fingers towards the ceiling. So we're going to have our nice lengthened arms again. So lengthen back up through that torso. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. So take our legs to the other side, to the left side. Let's take those hands to, the back of the chair. So good. This is such a good stretch. Oh, and use the leverage of the back of the chair to twist as deeply as feels good for you. You may be just feeling this in the back. You may be feeling it. I'm twisting very deeply, so I'm feeling it all the way in the front in my abs. Use that breath. Let's inhale it here. And exhale it out. And again, inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Beautiful. And reach those arms up, and then we can release them down and bring this back to center. Good. Sweep our arms up here. Big deep inhale. As we exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us. So either clasping hands, or you're holding on to the side of your chair or the seat of your chair, or if your chest and shoulders are super tight, then feel free to use a strap or if you have a towel, you can hold the towel too. Just doing what works for you today, remembering every day is different. Maybe you did something strange yesterday or weird, or you had to do a lot of lifting or something, and so you're super tight. Use what you can to help you with your mobility and flexibility. We've got our arms behind us, still sitting it up nice and tall. Let's go ahead and look to the right, and then look to the left. Bring your head back to center. Drop that right ear towards the right shoulder. Oh, drop our chin to chest. And left ear to left shoulder. Like, is my neck even moving? Bring the head back to center. Bend at our elbows. And then let's shake that out. Good. Very nice. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Clasp our hands at the top again. But this time we're going to bring our arms out in front of us. We've got our nice clasped hands. Go ahead and press our palms out, and then our palms are going to face up. So we've got our nice stock hands here. Rotate our wrists. and then rotate the other way. Good, let's give ourselves a nice big hug, right arm on top. So let's go ahead and hug that. Fingers are reaching for our spine. Nice big hug here. Good, inhale it deep and exhale. Open this up, left arm on top. Nice big hug. Oh yeah. And breathe it here. Big deep inhale and exhale. Good, and open that up. Our arms are out to our sides. We can see them in our peripheral vision, so they're not way out here. They're out in kind of like a V. Let's take our palms face up, make some fists, roll our knuckles in towards our wrists, and then an exaggerated bicep curl here. We'll do a seated cat and cow. Let's go ahead and arch that spine, opening that chest. So you can take our eyes to the sky. That feels really good. And then go ahead and round that elbows together. Oh, and bring that belly button in towards the spine. Let's inhale and open, and exhale and round. 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 Back to neutral. Good, let's open this up, palms up, and then press our palms down. Shake that out. Take our right arm across, and we want our left hand on the forearm or on our tricep, but not on our elbow joint or our wrist joint. So just a gentle pull here. As you're pulling this across, think about that shoulder. Instead of shrugging it, move that down and away. So a manipulative stretch right there. Good, let's take it the other side. Same thing, hand on the forearm and shoulder down and away. Oh yeah, that's good. Release that, inhale and sweep it up again. Clasp our hands behind us again. Let's open this chest up one more time. Also helps to stretch out those arms. And let's go and look to the right again. And look to the left. Head back to neutral, drop our chin to chest. Lifting head center. Good, bend your elbows and release that, shake that out. Very nice. Let's go ahead and go into our seated sun salutation. So feel free to grab your blocks or stacks of books, whatever you are using. Or if you're not using blocks, trying to get your hands to the floor, hands to your shins. I just love to use the blocks. So let's inhale and sweep our arms up and exhale, dive it down and over. And always feel free, if you need to have a pillow between your thighs and belly, feel free to use whatever you need to use. Let's go ahead. We've got our hands on our blocks or on our shins. Let's inhale and lengthen through our arms. Oh, and lengthen through that spine. Nice long spine. Tailbone is pointed down towards the chair. Crown of the head lifting towards the ceiling. Nice long arms as well. That feels really good. And then release it into forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Hold this here. Let's press our right hand into that block or into your shin. Let's take our left hand to our lowest rib. Oh, and spinal twist open to the side. That's very good. That using that elbow and that rooted hand. So your hand is rooted now into your rib cage to help open up that torso towards the ceiling. And your eyes are looking towards the ceiling as well. Not forgetting to breathe. And then release this. Relax that into that forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through arms. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Hold this here. Again, right hand presses into our block. And this time with that straight arm, if that's available to you, opening this up. Very good. And breathe. It can be easy to hold your breath. Try not to do that. Try to remember to breathe. Deep breath, breathing as deeply as you can. And then release and relax. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through spine, through those arms. Hold this here. Again, last time with that right hand is on that block. This time, we're going to take our hand behind our head. Oh, that one's even harder. And that one, if you feel your hip and glute lifting up off, try and keep them grounded and rooted. And you may end up being right here, and that's okay. Ooh, goodness. And breathe. And then release that and relax. Inhale, lengthen through those arms. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through our arms. Let's go ahead and press our left hand into block. Right hand, let's root that right hand into our lowest rib and twist that open. So both our glutes are rooted as well into the chair. So we're trying to twist that torso open and breathe. Not forgetting to breathe here. Sometimes in these very opening twists, it can be more difficult to breathe. That's the challenge, and that's the good part. Try and breathe as deeply as you can. Try and get as much expansion up your spine and your rib cage. And then release and relax that. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Good. Let's press our left hand back into that block. Right arm is going to open up off to the side and breathe. And release and relax. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Let's press that left hand back into that block, and right hand's going to come right behind that ear, and let's twist that open. And again, if you're finding your mobility is very limited, that's okay. We haven't really ever done this one. So if you're like, I feel like I'm not moving at all, it's okay. Trying to keep that glute down. Or you might feel a little burning in your shoulder. A little waking up of the muscle back there, and the lats and the traps. And then go ahead and release that and relax. Inhale and lengthen through arms and spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. With our hands to heart, sit ourselves up even taller. So now we're sitting up super duper tall, having to pull those abdominals in. Let's inhale it here. As we exhale, let's hinge at those hips and add in that spinal twist. So that right elbow, right tricep is trying to get over to that left thigh. Hands are pressed together. And we've got this wonderful supported seated spinal twist. In our normal practice, in our traditional practice, we do this without the chair. It's kind of fun to do it with the chair because then you get a little bit of a deeper pull. That stretch goes different places. But it's challenging without the chair too, and it's more burn on those legs. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. Exhale, hands to heart. Good, up tall. Sit that up tall, pull those abdominals in. Inhale it here. Let's exhale and hinge and twist to the right. So our left tricep, left elbow is getting over to that right thigh. Hands are pressed together. It's our deep seated spinal twist. And breathe. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. And release our arms to our sides. Wonderful. Roll that out and roll that forward. All right, let's get our lower body. Let's get those legs going on. So still not up against the back of the chair yet. And now we're going to do one of our most difficult poses. We're going to go into our seated staff pose. So let's go ahead and bring those legs up. Let's flex through our arms or flex through our feet, reach through our arms. We've got that staff pose. Let's breathe it 3 times here. Inhale it deep and exhale it out. And again, deeply inhale and exhale it out. And one more time, inhale it deep and exhale it out. Good. Arms are still lifted. My nose is running. Let's release our arms down. And you can hold on either to the seat of the chair, hands to thighs, so that our feet flex. Let's go ahead and do our hamstring curl and our leg extension for 8. Bring this in for 7. Curl it and extend for 6. Bring this in for 5. Bring this in, still sitting up tall. 4, very tall. Bring this in and 3. Curl this in, extend. There's 2. Curl this in and extend. There's our last one. Hold this here. Point our toes, flex our feet. Point our toes, flex our feet. Point our toes, flex our feet. One more time. Point those toes, flex those feet, and release. Oh, very good. Very nice. Now we can sit up against the back of the chair. Let's go ahead and grab our right leg and bring our right leg in. Give that a nice big hug. So hugging that leg, pulling that in. Oh yeah. Let's take that left arm, wrap it around, and let's do a nice little twist to the right and breathe it here. And then twist it towards the inside. So twisting to the left. And bring that back to center. And it's piriformis time. So figure 4. Let's get that hip flexor. Let's go ahead and take our foot, our ankle to our thigh, sitting it up tall, and begin to hinge ourselves forward here. Trying not to round our shoulders. So hinging just as much as you can before you start to round over. So leading with the chest, hinging forward. You may not go very far. I don't feel like I'm moving at all today, and that's okay. It is what it is. And that's why we do this, so that we will have mobility someday. Let's go ahead and sit up against the back of the chair and add in that breath. So sitting up nice and tall, inhale it deeply here. As we exhale, hinging it forward just as far as you can go without your shoulders starting to round or without vomiting. It's making me nauseous today. Let's sit it up tall and hinge it forward. And sit it up tall. And hinge it forward. And inhale it up tall. And hinging it forward. Wonderful. Keep this here. Keep it at this hinge. It's that really good, horrible, and good pain. Uncomfortably uncomfortable. And then, very nice. Go ahead and release. Let's take it to half shoelace. So let's go ahead and take that right heel to the corner of the left corner of the chair. Let's wrap that left arm back around that right leg. Oh, this is such a good one right here too. Get that gluteus medius, gluteus maximus, get our hip, our hamstring, our quadricep, lots of stretching here. Getting that hip joint. Yeah. Very good. And then let's go ahead and twist it towards the other way, towards the inside. And then go and bring that back to center. Let's go into eagle. I was like, what is the name of that bird? Eagle. Scoot ourselves forward and go ahead and you can work on wrapping that foot around, or if you can't wrap, that's fine. Think about your baby toe, this and the blade of the foot, maybe gluing to that other leg. We're working on that wrap. So we've got our right leg over our left, trying to center our weight here. Let's take our arms out. We've got that nice peripheral V. And because our right leg is over our left, let's have our right arm over our left arm. And let's go ahead and give ourselves a nice big hug. Let's glue those elbows together and either backs of the hands together, or you can work on the wrap with the hand too. So the binding of the leg, binding of the arms. So we've got a nice eagle pose here, full eagle. Let's go ahead and do 3 breaths in this eagle's pose. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhaling it deeply and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Let's go ahead and open up those arms, release that down, and we can go ahead and open up that, or uncross the leg and release that as well. Shake that out. We've got ourselves scooted away from our chair. We had to for our eagle, so let's stay scooted because we're gonna do staff pose again. Yay. Let's go ahead and take our legs up, flex through our feet, reach up through our arms. One of our most difficult, challenging poses, and you've got this. Let's breathe it 3 times. Inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. And again, big deep inhale and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and a big exhale out. Good, let's release this down, either holding that chair or hands to thighs, hamstring curl and leg extension. There's 8. Let's curl it in, keep our feet super duper flexed and extend. There's 7. Curl it in and extend. Here's 6. Curl it in and extend. Try and sit it up nice and tall. There's 5. Curl it in and extend. There's 4. Curl it in and extend. There's 3. Curl it in and extend. There's 2. Curl it in and extend. Very nice. Point the toes, flex the feet, point the toes, flex the feet, point the toes, flex the feet, point the toes, and flex the feet. And good job. You can sit against the back of the chair now. And then let's go ahead and bring our left leg in. Hug it, hug it. Wrap our right arm around that leg and twist it. And go ahead and twist towards the inside. And bring it back to center and piriformis. Figure 4, hip flexor. Foot is gonna go, or ankle's gonna go right to that thigh. Sit that up tall and go ahead and find out. It's always a mystery. Find out where your flexibility is gonna let you go today. Or maybe it's not a mystery. Maybe it's a hope. Some days I hope, oh, maybe I could just go flat. Sit that up tall. Let's go ahead and add in our breath. So let's sit up against the back of the chair. Spine up nice and tall. Let's inhale it deeply here. As we exhale, hinge it forward, leading with the chest, not rounding those shoulders. We're trying not to round the shoulders so that you get that really, so that it's all in the right spots. Sit that tall, inhale, and exhale, hinge. Actually, this side is not as tight as the other. Sit it up tall, and exhale, hinge. And up tall, and exhale, hinge. And up tall, and exhale, hinge. And let's hold this here. In this hinge. Maybe it makes your eyes water. It's okay. Good. Bring this up tall and let's take this into half shoelace. So let's go ahead and take our left heel to the right corner of the chair. Wrap that right arm around. Yeah, get that really good stretch right there. We're twisting to the left and breathing it here. And then twist it towards the inside. We'll bring that back to center. Let's go ahead and do eagle on this side. So we'll cross those legs and scoot ourselves forward so that we can either glue the blade of that left foot to the right calf or begin to work on wrapping that foot around. And then trying to center our weight. So center those glutes, center that torso. Let's lift our arms up and let's take that left arm on top. So give ourselves a nice big hug. Good, go ahead and glue those elbows, glue those arms, and let's either backs of the hands together or wrapping some fronts of the hands together. Find our full eagle right here and let's breathe it 3 times. Let's inhale it deeply. And exhale. And inhale it deeply. And exhale. And inhale it deeply. And exhale. Beautiful. Let's go ahead, open up those arms, release that down, and you can uncross the legs and shake that out. Good. Let's take ourselves over to the left side of the chair. Let's bring, so I'm going to move my chair forward. Okay, so let's find ourselves in our supported crescent. Yes. So we've got our right leg at the left side of the chair. Let's take our left leg behind us. Keep our heel lifted so that we are in a nice crescent. And we get that wonderful stretch all the way down through that back leg, through the calf, through the hip flexor, through that quadricep. And we can reach our arms up. We've got our nice crescent. You can have hands together if you want, like when we do a normal crescent, or you can have hands apart. It's just up to you. Lengthen up through this. Very good. Reaching through that. Let's go ahead and take that right hand, drop it down to the right side of the chair, and let's reach over. So now we get an even longer stretch, deeper stretch. And breathe. And then go ahead and take hands right there to those hips or forward to thigh and get a nice twist to the side. And then bring it to center. Let's go ahead and give that right leg the seat. So give that right leg the seat of the chair. Let's take our left leg off to the side. And that ankle is neutral. So toes can be pointed wherever they feel best for you, and ankle can be in whatever position it feels best for you. I like to do it like how we would have our warrior legs. So I like to have my toe pointed forward. But if it feels better for you to have it pointed out, it's however it feels good. So let's go ahead and lengthen up through our arms here. Ooh, good. Go ahead and reach up through that. Let's drop that right hand back down again onto the seat of the chair. And let's reach over. And now a little bit of a different side stretch. Now we're getting more of the back here and side. That other side stretch when we were in our supported crescent, it was more of the front abdominals and then down into that quad. So now this is more of the very side and the back and the lateral part of the leg. Let's go ahead and windmill that arm down and reach this over. And breathe. Good, and then we're going to go into our supported pigeon. I think it's squirrel. No, it's pigeon. Back heel is lifted, just like in that crescent. Back heel is lifted, toes are pressed into the floor. That helps keep us active, keep our back leg active. Let's reach up through this. And let's go ahead and do that forward fold. So either on those hands, folding forward on those elbows, or you can take yourself all the way forward and use the support of the block. Block. If that works for you. And let's go ahead. Reach ourselves back up, lengthen back up through this. Very nice reach. Oh, good. And then release that. Let's take our right leg off to the side and find our warrior legs. So we'll find our warrior two, our supported warrior two. And we really do want this time with that back foot, that blocks the way. If we want that back foot, we want it angled inwards, and we want our front heel. So we're trying to line up that front heel with that back leg arch, like we would with it. We didn't have a chair here. So we've got our nice warrior two position, warrior two legs, warrior two arms. Relax that face, relax the jaw, but everything else is working here. Let's go ahead and drop that back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior, reach up through this. I love doing this chair yoga because we get into deeper stretches than we would normally get to. Good, let's go ahead and take this into side angle. So taking our arm to our thigh, reach that other arm over, and then go ahead and let that bicep come right there onto that temple or by that ear, and breathe. And then bring ourselves warrior two and release that down. Very good. All right, we're going to do everything we just did on the other side. So let's take our left leg to the right side of the seat. Oh yeah, take that leg behind us. Right leg is behind us, heel is lifted, nice crescent, supported crescent on this side. That feels very good. Good, good, good. And you can have hands together or hands apart. Just lifting up through that. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and drop that left hand to the left side of the chair and reach that over. Breathe. And then hands right there to those hips and get that little bit of a twist here. And then bring ourselves back to center. Good. Let's give that left leg seat of the chair. And take that right leg off to the side. And let's reach that up center. Ooh, very good. So we've got that nice reach. Let's go ahead and drop our left hand back again to the left side of the chair. And let's reach this over. And again, same thing on this side. That foot can be to the front, to slightly inwards, out to the side, whatever, and the ankle neutral, whatever feels best for you. And then let's go ahead and windmill that and reach that over. Oh, that's a good one. And breathe. And then let's take this into our pigeon, supported pigeon. So face that to the seat of the chair. Back heel is lifted, toes are pressed into the floor, and reach up here. Very good. And then let's go ahead and forward fold this. So either on those hands, on those elbows, or all the way forward. I like to use a block to support. You don't have to. And breathe. Keep that back foot active. So back leg is active. Try not to let it just melt or fall asleep. Let's lift back up through this. So let's reach back up through those arms, reach up through that. Wonderful. And then release that. Good. Let's go ahead and find ourselves in our warrior two legs. So our supported warrior two. Bring our left leg off to the side. And maybe align that up. So heel might be lined up with that back arch. Put us in and find our strong, proud warrior. Warrior two right here and breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and drop our back arm. Take our palm up. Peaceful warrior reach. And then from here, let's take it to our side angle. Swing that arm down, reaching that other arm over. The side angle pose. Breathe. And bring that back up into proud warrior. Relax that face. Good. And release. Let's do a little bit more inner thigh opening or hip opening. Let's go ahead and take those blocks. If you're using blocks, to the inside of our feet. Let's take our right hand onto that right block and let's twist open left side. So good. Breathe here. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale, lift the center and take our left hand down and keep this open. And inhale and lift. and release that. Good. We can move those blocks off to the side, bring our feet together. We're going to go into our standing forward fold. So we're going to take our glutes up off of the chair and place those blocks where you want them. Let's sit it up tall. Do a nice little hinge forward. So seated forward fold. Hands are right to our blocks. We're going to press our feet into the floor. Lift our glutes above the chair. Oh, and let those legs, hamstrings, and calves stretch in this standing forward fold. Love it. Let's inhale, lengthen through our arms. So a nice tabletop here. So our back is flat, legs are rooted, hamstrings are stretching. Exhale and release, forward fold. Inhale and lengthen again. And exhale, release. Good. Take a seat back in your chair. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over, hands to blocks. Take those glutes above the chair, standing forward fold. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale and release. Take a seat. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over, hands back to blocks. Lift our glutes up off the chair. Staying in our standing forward fold right here. We're going to inhale, sweep our arms up. As we exhale, let's cactus those hands. Oh, imagining our shoulder blades can touch. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Nice forward fold. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Cactus, arms back. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up and release our arms to our sides. Very good. Let's go ahead and take that chair. We can face our chair. Let's take our right leg up onto the chair. Left leg back behind us. Press our left heel into the floor. Can we hold on to the back of that chair? And let's go ahead and hinge ourselves right here to get a nice hip stretch, hip flexor stretch, and then trying to keep our left heel pressed into the floor so that we get a calf stretch on the other leg. So we get that wonderful hip stretch. And then let's shift our weight back for a hamstring stretch on the right leg. Very good. Let's release that and switch sides. So let's go ahead and bring our left leg up onto the chair. Right heel pressed into the floor. So let's get that right calf stretch. Maybe taking that left arm to the inside of that left leg, left thigh. And get that hip stretch right here on this side and breathe. Try not to hold that breath. This is the side where I'm like, wants to hold. No, breathe deeply, expand and contract. And then let's shift that weight. Stretch through that hamstring. Good, and release that. So while we've got the seated chair here, let's go ahead and take our seated chair here. Go to take your hands and use the seat of your chair as support. So you can hold the outside, you can have your hands flat on the front, however it works for you. We're going to do a warrior three, a supported warrior three. So let's press our left foot into the floor. Go ahead and lift our right leg up. Let's flex through that foot and hold this nice supported warrior three. As we're in this, it can feel like your hip is like tilting open. So this is what we're working on. We're going to work on trying to square that down. So that might mean that you need to take your toes and point them inwards. That might help, like inwards towards your thigh so that it can square. And it's going to feel awkward and you might feel it like pull on the other side on your hamstring. And that's okay. We're trying to close off that hip that normally kind of like opens. Oh, good. And then go ahead and release that. You can relax it right here into a nice forward fold. Let your upper body just rest on the seat of that chair. Bending at those elbows if you want, whatever feels best for you here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So holding onto the seat of that chair, let's go ahead and plant that right foot now into the floor and lift our left. So as that leg is lifted, think about how your hip is feeling. Does it feel squared to the floor, or does it feel like it's opening up? If it feels like it's opening up, think about pointing that toe inward. And as soon as I do that, that totally squares everything off, and it also engages that opposing leg. So just keeping that there, breathing into it can be challenging. And then gently release that and relax that here. We're going to do that one more time on each side, just to cement that in for today. All right, let's bring ourselves back up. Plant that left foot back into the floor. Lift that right leg back up and try and square that. So again, that means if you need to rotate that toe inwards a little bit, or those toes, rotate that foot inward. Just a nice breath or two here. And then release that and relax that. I don't know about you, but that is burny for me. It's burning my glutes. Good, let's bring that up and we'll take it to the other side. So plant our right foot, lift the left and square that. Yeah, if you're properly, or if you've got that alignment good. Oh, it might be burning. Breathe. Very nice. And then go ahead and release that and relax that. Oh, yeah. Good. And release. Very nice. We can move that chair. We're going to take ourselves down onto our backs, go into our supported shoulder stand, and then move into final relaxation. So grab whatever you need for all of that. You need, we're not going to use a strap, but if you need pillows or blankets, we will use a block. And if you use an eye pillow, EYE pillow, you can grab that too and have that. Take ourselves down onto the floor. Take our legs up onto the chair. Nice supportive chair. Take those glutes very close to that chair, to the seat of the chair. I have one of these chairs where my glutes can actually go under it a little bit, and that's good. And then let's go ahead and take our block or your stacks of books or your hard pillows, and let's go ahead and get some support for the sacrum when we go into our supported shoulder stand. So you've got that block supporting that low back, that upper glutes, the low back, arms, palms facing up. And then when you are ready, let's go into that wonderful inversion, meaning that our legs are above our heart. So good. And breathe. You can point and flex those feet. You can rotate those ankles. You can do kind of whatever you want here with those legs in the air, or you can just be still. It's up to you, but as long as those legs are lifted. And like I've said before, if you have a hard time here, but you still want those benefits of inversion, you can scoot yourself against a wall and let the wall hold your legs up. So you're still defying gravity, still working on that circulation, still getting the benefits of having that inversion, but you've got support. So you don't have to be a tough cookie all the time. If you're feeling ill or if you've got injury, use support. Use it. That's what it's there for. And that's the beauty of being able to do this at home too. You can use whatever you need to. And nobody's watching you. You're good. Just breathe. Enjoy the time that you're doing the opposite of what you would normally do. Our legs are always under us. They enjoy to be up above in the air, just a little while. Breathe. Go ahead and release one leg and release the other leg. Let's take our right ankle to our left thigh and go ahead and press that inner right thigh away. Open up that hip flexor a little bit more. And then release that leg. Let's do that the other side. Left ankle to right thigh, press that away. And release that. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and take that block out from underneath us. You can scoot that chair away and then grab whatever you need for fun or relaxation. And let's move into it because you deserve it. You deserve it. If you've got that eye pillow, feel free to place it over your eyes. Just enjoy the heaviness and the darkness that comes with that. Let's reach our arms towards one end of the room, reach our feet towards the other end, lengthen through that, add an inch to your height here. Rib cage is lifted up off of the floor, low back is lifted, if that's available to you. Inhale it deeply here. With a big, deep exhale, allow yourself to sink, to settle. Let your feet just fall open. Arms are open. Heart is open. And quieting everything, slowing everything down even more. And relaxing that face, that jaw. Yourself a few moments of well-deserved quiet. Well, relaxing. Let's bend at our knees. Tuck our tailbone under. Low back is pressed into the floor. And then let's go and drop our knees to our most comfortable side and take yourself onto your side for a breath or two here on your side. And very slowly, let's begin to press ourselves up, bring ourselves up into a seated pose that feels good for you, feels supportive for you. It can be simple cross-legged, legs out. You can be sitting on a block like I'm doing, or you can even sit back on your chair if that is what you need to do today. Sitting ourselves up tall, lengthening up through our spine. Ooh. And let's go ahead, inhale and sweep our arms up big. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers, chin to chest. Lift that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Take our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply and exhale. And one more time, big deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And have a blessed